Motherfucker keep talking to me crazy. She keep talking to me fucking crazy. I'm crazy. I'm fucking crazy.
No. Wait, what? Oh, so now you want to talk. Okay then, well shit. Cut the mic on.
Bro, that shit's fucking ridiculous.
What's that?
I'm on these definitive editions of Grand Theft Auto. That's Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
So, how many of them have you beat?
I've beat 2.
What 2 is that?
San Andreas and Vice City.
And why haven't you beat part 3?
Because Grand Theft Auto 3 is unnecessarily difficult. It's so difficult. It's unnecessary how difficult this game is. And I'm cheating. I'm using the cheats. Why is this game so goddamn hard with cheats?
Nigga said I'm using the cheats.
Like, I didn't use cheats with Vice City. I didn't use cheats with San Andreas.
Nigga. Wait a minute. First off, we have to give the flowers to the origin of the cheat code. Because GTA gave you the basic, simple cheat codes that is like, if you put that in any video game that was after that, nigga, that cheat worked for something.
Yeah.
It was no different.
Because the cheats were the same, like, especially with GTA, like, the cheats were, like, kind of pretty much, like, they changed it in Vice City, but they remained the same in San Andreas.
Yeah. And it's no different than up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B. Like, nigga, like, it's a cheat code it's gonna do something.
Yeah. The first game I put a cheat code in was Tomb Raider.
First game I put a cheat code in was Mortal Kombat 1. Oh, goddamn. Nigga, I just showed my age.
Hey, I know about Mortal Kombat 1. I was on that. I had that.
Man. No, it wasn't Mortal Kombat 1. It's Contra.
I ain't never played Contra.
What?
What?
Wait a minute. You have an Android.
What you talking about?
Nigga, you can literally download a fucking emulator and play. First off, look.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want to.
No, I'm saying. Look. Okay, so back this was when I wasn't even hired in at QMC. No, yeah. I was still a temp. First time working at Aerotech in Building 4.
Oh, Aerosmith.
Yeah. First time working over there. I was with Izzy. And I had an Android phone. I put the emulator on that bitch. Now, this phone may have had like altogether 16 gigs. Right?
Right. Your ass probably had about 400 games.
I had about 600 and something games on there. But that was split between NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis. Right?
Okay.
All off the emulator and putting the games on the SD card.
Okay.
So I only used about a gig altogether. Izzy is over there working. I'm over there with my phone under the table playing Contra, Ninja Turtles in Time, all that good shit.
This nigga was over there getting...
I'm over there.
Full game session in.
Nigga, 10 hours out the day. I may have drilled like 2-3 screws. And talk shit the whole day.
Nigga, you was at the rivet table. Because you had to put the rivets in and use the motherfucking gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yup.
Yeah. Nigga. Then, later on in life, you remember I had that shit on the fucking, the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah. Yup. We was getting down on that bitch.
Nigga, me and Junior, one day. Nigga, I'm like, shit, man, you want to play Contra? He's like, nigga, how the fuck we about to play Contra? Oh, nigga, I got that bitch on the Wii right now. Nigga, we sat on the couch from 4 p.m. till about 10 p.m. We went from start new game, 2-player, to, oh, this is the end. Nigga, we sat there in one sitting and beat the whole game.
Damn.
Just off the simple fact of, nigga, we just here drinking, talking shit, playing Contra.
Right.
You ask any woman on this planet, the reason we wasn't answering the phones because we was fucking with some other hoes. But in all actuality,
niggas was on Contra.
Sitting on this couch. Nigga, I'm not answering my phone. I don't want to be bothered. Nigga, I'm down to one life. Nigga, I need to get some more men.
Nigga, I got boards to beat.
I got boards to beat. But walk us through this. Walk us through this GTA 3 that you going through.
Okay, look. So my plan was to beat each one of these games in order.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna beat 3 because I never beat Grand Theft Auto 3 to this day. I've never beat this game. When I first got it, I made it all the way to the very last mission. Couldn't pass the very last mission and gave up on the game. And so I'm like, all right, they got the definitive editions. I have an opportunity to beat this game for the first time.
With fresh new colors.
Fresh new colors. I get to see if I was just a trash-ass gamer back in the day. Which, I was trash as fuck. But this game is still hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I went through Vice City. I got to a point in GTA 3 where it was just like, nigga, I'm at this mission and I just can't fucking beat. So I just said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and start Vice City. Because I know I'm getting pretty close to the end of 3. I got to be. So I'm going to go ahead and beat Vice City. I'm going to try to beat Grand Theft Auto 3 before I beat Vice City.
Mm-hmm.
I still ain't got past this goddamn mission. I done beat Vice City. So now I'm like, all right, look, fuck it. Fuck it. We gonna start San Andreas. We gonna go ahead and get it started.
We doing it.
We just getting into that thing. I start San Andreas. I'm like, all right. I am going to beat Grand Theft Auto 3 before I beat San Andreas. I have not played Grand Theft Auto 3 since I started San Andreas, and I've beat San Andreas.
San Andreas will do that to you, though. That has nothing to do with GTA 3. It's not GTA 3's fault. San Andreas will do that to you.
It really does. Because, like, I was having a conversation with my brother Dre. Shout out to him. Bruh. San Andreas, to me, is more fun than Grand Theft Auto 5.
Listen, let me tell you. Did you do the thing on San Andreas where you like, you know what? I'm about to max out his buffness. So you got real fucking big. And then you go, okay, cool. I'm knocking niggas out. I'm nasty with it.
As soon as I unlocked the gym, I maxed out his muscle.
So look.
And stamina.
Then.
Because you had the cheese shit that you could do.
Yeah.
The way you could max out his muscle and stamina in like an hour.
Yeah. So then you go, you know what? I want to be a fat nigga. So you turn all that muscle into straight fat. And now you walking around as a fat ass strong nigga.
Haven't done that.
Oh my God. That shit is hilarious. Because he packs on flab.
Yeah, nah.
That shit is so funny.
I ain't packed on that much fat.
Nigga.
Cause every time I do it, like I get to a certain point, and then I just be like, bro, this nigga looks so fucking brolic. I don't want him to get. I don't want him to get bigger.
But this the thing though. One thing you cannot do that they made in the game is you cannot max out your muscle and your fat. So when your fat is maxed out, your muscle is coming down.
Yeah. So
you're not going to be as strong, but you're going to be fat as shit. And fat CJ is hilarious.
Yeah. Now, first time around, I did do fat CJ.
Fat CJ is hilarious.
But this time around, I went, like I said, you can max out his muscle and stamina in like an hour. Because like when you go into the gym and you work out, you can only do so many reps, right?
Now, yeah, right.
So before they tell you, you got to come back the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So the cheese shit that you did back in the day, it still works now. You do so many reps, like right before they tell you done, you walk out the gym and you walk back in. And then you keep doing that. You keep doing reps, stop, walk out, come back in until your muscle all the way full. Then you hop on the bike, you run on the bike, build your stamina up, walk out, walk back in. You keep doing that till your shit full.
Right.
Then I did that, got the new fighting style, the boxing. Like, I got this nigga worked out.
This thing out here big and brolic and busting ass.
For real.
Nigga.
I done fucked around and beat San Andreas. To the point where right now, I cut the game on yesterday. Because I was just going to fuck around and take over some gang territory. And as I was looking around the map, I was like, if I take over this gang territory, I have nothing to do.
Nigga, look.
Except for like the mini games. Go play pool, throw darts,
it's shit
like that.
It's shit you can do. Nigga, let me tell you, the funniest thing I've ever done was I kept my stamina all the way down. Empty.
Oh, and fuck all of my bitches, because I got bitches on here.
Oh, yeah. You get like up to like 4 to 5 of them.
6.
Right.
One of them died. One of mine died. Look. I was taking her out on a date. We was in baller territory.
Oh, that crazy bitch that like to do drive-bys.
Yeah. She got murked off.
Look, so...
That was the first date, too. She got murked off on the first date.
Oh, nigga, you were terrible.
I didn't even get to smash that.
You terrible. So, look, nigga.
Hey, man.
Keep your stamina all the way down. Keep your muscle all the way down. Don't do nothing but eat.
I gotta run through the game again to get that.
Get CJ fat as shit. So he's fat, weak, with no stamina. And then tap X and try to run. Dog, this nigga gets so tired so fast. Nigga, that shit is hilarious.
You wanna know what's crazy? Is that you have to have a certain fat level to get some of the bitches on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't like some bitches on there, they don't want you if you have muscle.
Man. Nigga.
Cause like it's one bitch that's in the driving school. Mm-hmm. She don't want you if your fat level is below 50%.
No, she like her fat nigga.
Like that shit wild. And then it's a cop that you get. I don't like. It's two bitches that
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't find the first time around. One a cop and one she just some Asian chick.
Mm-hmm.
But when you find the cop, if you get busted, you still keep all of your weapons and they don't take no money.
Yeah, because each bitch got different benefits.
Right. The other one, you get killed or you get wasted or whatever, you still keep your guns and it don't cost you no money. These two, I didn't find the first time around.
See?
I didn't even know they was on there.
San Andreas, they had it figured out.
Yeah.
They had it figured out. I wish, like, okay, so with GTA 5, they implemented some, but I think
Los Santos on GTA 5 is the same as it is on San Andreas.
Yeah, I just wish
do shit different.
I wish that they would have just
all the way down to Grove Street. Like Grove Street is still there. They just it's still called Grove Street on 5.
It's just baller territory.
Yeah, it's baller territory.
Now, I wish on 5 that instead of them just having like them little circles that you can take over and start gang wars, that they brung back that territory thing. I wish they would have kept like that whole little gang implemented thing instead of making it being like, oh well, Franklin is past that.
Yeah,
because
the story isn't necessarily about Franklin; it's about Michael.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I wish they would have kept was the gym.
Yeah,
like that's a small thing, and I know it may have probably been a lot of work.
The RPG aspect of the game was taken away.
Yeah, so and
like San Andreas, you worked out and all of that, but you had to make sure that you were eating on the regular.
Yeah,
and he'll get hungry and he'll lose fat, he'll lose muscle, he'll lose energy.
And the thing that I respect behind, the creators, and I want to give them their shits for, like, they still made a great game. The game has went through 3 generations of gaming.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 definitely went through 3 generations.
But I know it may have been harder, so I don't critique or criticize them for not putting it in. But first off, why is that bridge a one-way? Never mind that. We watched. That was a screenshot that we was looking at. But
threw me off.
The like the gym thing. I know that might have been a whole lot of extra work for them to put like your weight differential thing on there. But it's like, y'all was able to like master it in Red Dead 2. Yeah. But Red Dead 2 came out 7 years after GTA 5?
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe
on another platform. It was made, that game was constructed for the next gen platform, but they still had it across 2 generations.
Mm-hmm.
And that one stretched across 3 generations, actually.
And the thing about that is, it's understandable because y'all did it with like basically hair. Y'all didn't do it with like body mask and the actual turn of look of how your character will be.
Yeah.
With San Andreas,
very slight on Red Dead.
With San Andreas, it was just like, no, like, nigga, you fat. CJ, nigga, you're fat.
Yeah. Like, this nigga skinny, he's skinny. This nigga's muscle bound and bulky. That nigga's muscle bound and bulky.
Yeah. So like, I think that they should have tried to figure out how they could still implement that in.
If they make Grand Theft Auto 6, I hope they do that.
Because now, the way I can say that will work is they would add those extra pieces in, but they would keep the graphic level around the same as GTA 5. But then it wouldn't sell.
Nah, they would definitely heighten it up. I think if you're gonna do that with GTA 6, for starters, GTA 6 has to be a next gen game. It cannot stretch across
and not only that
generation.
And not only that, okay, so the next gen came out last year, 2020?
Yeah.
For them to be able to do that and to know the power that the next gen could do, they already saying we're not gonna see GTA 6 till about 2025. For them to be able to do that and to learn like the actual power and the things that they can use with this next gen, with as far as like the RAM and all of that, we wouldn't see that till like 2029, because they have to come out with alternative games where they have to come out with alternative games to where they can test out different types of things that they can do in these different games, to where they can condense down how much memory it's going to take and, the compatibility and stuff, and then add that to GTA 6. Basically how you were saying, or a perfect example, how Call of Duty did with Titanfall. Or like how you were saying with the Red Dead, going on to how a lot of the stuff from the Red Dead ended up in GTA 5.
Yep.
And how certain shit you can't get unless you own Red Dead 2 and GTA 5, and you have to go on GTA 5 online and do this whole kind of serial killer search.
Yeah.
And complete that, but you have to own Red Dead 2. So then you will get a certain kind of thing in Red Dead 2. And then when you get that, you will get that certain kind of thing in GTA 5.
See, but the trial and error aspect of that is already done because of Red Dead 2.
Yeah, because in GTA 5 Online, I have what's the author's revolver? The double impact and revolver?
Double action
impact and revolver. Double action revolver. Yeah. I have that on GTA Online.
Yeah, I have it too. Yep.
Yeah. Like, but it's just like certain things where they just combine the game.
Yeah.
Because
they will be able, if they do it with GTA 6, they'll be able to do what they did with Red Dead 2 on GTA 6.
You know what fucked me up?
And add more detail.
You know what really like fucked me up? Like for real? Where do you think Red Dead 2 is based at?
Where is Red Dead 2 based at?
Because I'm gonna tell you exactly where it is, and it's gonna fuck you up just like that whole Debo question.
I don't think it'll fuck me up. I just never really thought about it, to be honest with you.
I didn't either until I fell into a rabbit hole, and then I found out.
I would probably say it would be like,
you know the answer.
It wouldn't be California.
We just literally discussed the answer.
Nah, because it wouldn't. If you think in San Andreas,
Los Santos.
Nah, yeah. It wouldn't be that.
Look, let me tell you. Okay, so no, okay, not Los Santos. What is the northern part on GTA 5 where you get into all the dirt roads and all of that shit?
I forgot the name of that area. The Grand Sonora Desert.
So, you know how you have to go all the way out there in order to get the revolvers and shit from.
Yeah. Okay, now there, yeah. Okay, that would make sense.
When you go up there, it's a little town up there that you find a treasure in and you find like clues in.
Yeah.
All of that is buried from Red Dead. Because in Red Dead, that is an active town. So when you go there on GTA, now it's in the 90s. It's not way back then. That's why it's a buried treasure.
Yeah.
So
now, here's the thing that makes that. Here's the thing that throws that off. Red Dead already established that their map is not California based.
No, it's that desert. That's why they put it in the GTA 5.
But San Andreas is California based.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the entire state is California based.
I'm following you, but I'm just saying, okay, so it's literally a part on that map.
Cause like
that's the exact same. Like they show like all of the stuff that's in Red Dead.
I'll put it to you like this. They probably did it intentionally, but what they wrote out for their stories and side missions don't add up to that.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like just the location. I'm not talking about like the stories and the side missions and stuff. I'm just talking about like the location, how they have Red Dead locations in GTA 5.
But it's still, that's what I'm saying. Their stories don't add up to that. Because even even in Red Dead, when you're doing certain stories and side missions, they mention California.
Mm-hmm.
San Andreas is mentioned as West Coast, but California based. Even though it's supposed to be a state.
Right.
San Andreas is supposed to be its own state.
Right. Well, yeah, we know that.
It's still recognized as California based.
Oh yeah. Everything about that is Cali.
Red Dead, wherever Red Dead is further east of whatever San Andreas is.
So you think that they did that to just try to add that little combination of the game? Like,
I think, like I said, I think it was done intentionally, and that's what they would like the player to think, and it adds interest. But what they already did with their story and game as a whole, it doesn't add up to that.
Okay.
Like, see, you ain't played the first Red Dead.
No, and then so look. Now remember, because we had these conversations about, especially when I was getting closer towards the end of Red Dead 2. So I started the beginning of Red Dead 1 story.
Now, here's what I will say, because I did just think about this. You can say with the Red Dead 2 map that it could possibly relate to San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, the way that map is drawn out, even that's thrown off, because California is further west of where all of that is.
Right.
The main map for the first Red Dead and the main map for Red Dead 2, the main map for Red Dead 2 is further east.
Okay. Because like Red Dead 2, it was, I don't know, for some reason, it was giving me like that lower Cali, close to Mexico type feel.
See, I was thinking it was...
But that was at some parts though. My bad, not to cut you off. That was at some parts though, because when you get to where the industrial area, where the big city, and they got the big machineries and all of that stuff finally working and stuff, that gives you a whole East Coast feel, as if they're in a more advanced type of area. That don't give you that whole West Coast feel.
Right.
So I feel what you're saying with that was more based on the East, but the only reason I say that is just off the comparison of, the videos I watched, and where it was just like some parts was basically like you will go through an old Red Dead town on GTA. You could literally find like this little hidden town in the desert area.
Yeah.
That was from Red Dead. And that brings back what you were saying, like they did that intentionally.
Yeah. I think that Red Dead is more so along the lines of like Texas.
Okay. I could see that.
It would be along the lines of like Texas, Arizona, Mississippi, Louisiana. Because that's what all of those areas are based off those places.
Yeah. And you can really tell, because going through Red Dead 2, you see like the plantations and shit like that. Then
Saint Denis is New Orleans. And
then you get to the part where, Arthur is confused, because he's like it actually gives you a hindsight, a slight hindsight of, some of the shit that like a not racist white dude.
Yeah.
When he crossed that line, he will see and he will be like, no, that's not right. Because I've done like, I do like side missions and shit like that.
Yeah.
So one side mission was, it was a black dude. He was sitting now this is when you got to the more industrial area.
Right.
He was sitting on the sideline, and you go up to him, and he goes, "Yeah, these guys, they stole." First off, he get to apologize like, "Hey, I'm not in your way, sir. This, that, sir." And Arthur's like, what's going on?" Like, he's like genuinely confused. Like, you really see the confusion.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, well, it was some guys look just like you. They just stole my my carriage."
Yeah, he was
and
like a dentist or something.
Yeah,
like
he was a dentist or a doctor.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, really? Don't worry about it. I'll go get it back."
Right. Yep.
Because I chose to go get that shit back. Go get it back is from some racist ass white dudes.
Yep.
Get
Southern Union dudes.
Yeah. Get that shit back from him. And he was just like genuinely shocked. Like, damn. Because it's like they really made Arthur, if you play it a certain kind of way, they really made Arthur like he's not one of them racist ass motherfuckers.
No.
But on the undertone of, let's just go back to how pissed motherfuckers was with Mafia 3 that the main character was a black dude, and all the racist shit they said, they genuinely made Arthur one of those dudes that was just caught in the middle of between racism and not being racist, and just being like blatantly ignorant of what was going on.
Yeah.
So, like,
but that was because they were loners and like Rolling Stones. They weren't a part of the world. Like, they didn't see themselves as a part of the world or a part of civilization. They thought of themselves as rebels against it.
And perfect example of that is when you meet the was it a French dude that had kidnapped the little boy?
Yeah.
And when he kidnapped the little boy was telling them how he taught them a different language, fed them good and all that stuff. And what you took him away from was really a better life.
Yeah.
You literally took him away from a better life so he could be with his pops.
Yep.
And when he was like, "Oh yeah, he fed me all kinds of Italian food and taught me how to speak Spanish and this, that. And he was like, "Oh yeah." And when y'all was getting closer to the house, he was like, "Yeah, when you go in there, oh no, they bathed me and all of this. I had my own room and all these toys and all of this." And it was just like, it really made
mind you, this was a kid that grew up seeing murder constantly, like
living off the land.
Yeah, living off the land. He lived in poverty and like he's seen fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
He watched people die and he's seen people killed.
He asked questions.
And he ain't nothing but 8 or 9.
He asked, because when you took him fishing and the boys rode up on you, he asked, like, "Man, what was going on? Like, what was up with that?" Because it was like, he's not dumb to the fact.
Yeah.
He know how we living out here.
Yeah.
And Arthur was like, "I'm not about to tell you about this shit."
But he know how they living, but in the same token, it's normal to him. Because he ain't seen nothing else.
Exactly. Because when I was taking them back to that house, I was like, "Man, we should have left that nigga there low key."
Yeah.
This nigga got kidnapped into a better life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But man, them GTA stories run deep as not them GTA, them Rockstar stories. Whoever's writing those stories, they writing some good shit.
And another thing you got to take into consideration about the characters there too, and about where all of this is going on at. This is shortly after the West Coast becomes U.S. soil.
Mm-hmm.
Like California, Arizona, and Texas and all that. This is shortly after they became a part of U.S. soil. Because all of that used to be Mexico.
Yep.
And it ain't that long after. It's like I think Red Dead is like 1894 or something like that. 1896 or some shit.
Yeah. And then not only that, now I'm not really good on history. But it was the French that beat, was it Mexico? Or was the French the ones that beat Canada?
I don't remember. I'm not good on it either.
Yeah, but I know it was one of the two. But the French was the US's allies. That's how we ended up getting, because the French didn't really want to go into those wars. They was more of the lovers.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm buzzed up. I don't really quite remember.
Man, me and you both. But
it was a lot of bullshit going on.
It was a whole
during the time setting of this game.
You know what it was? It was a whole lot of white on white crime.
This is during the process that America is. No, they're not in the process of stealing the land from the Indians. They already stole it.
Yeah.
At this point, they are trying to eradicate the Indians.
Because the motherfucking Indians, once you get like deeper into that story, the motherfucking Indians wasn't playing no games.
No.
Them niggas, you seen
Dutch ass wasn't shit.
Man, you seen them, oh, did you see the they'll scalp you and hang you up on a tree.
See, no, it's not. Them Redskins. Them motherfuckers.
See, and that's the
Skinner brothers.
That's the fucked up part.
Bullshit.
That was the fucked up part though. We called them motherfuckers Indians, but really they was natives. They was just trying. They was just protecting their land.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh man, what was the big native name? Because I'm not even about to call them Indians no more. What was the big native name that like you lost contact with him for a minute, but then you found him and he was doing the underground fights. And when
Charles?
Yeah.
They
called him something else, like something Thunder or some shit.
I forgot. Because he was half black, half Indian.
Man. And this nigga, as soon as I got to that part, and they was like, do you want to bet with him or against him? I was like, shit, I'm going with this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he was in the camp. Nigga. The whole fight, nigga. Every time it say cheer, nigga, I'm cheering. Yep. I don't give a fuck if he getting hit, nigga. I'm cheering.
Oh yeah, and you win big money off that if you bet big.
I gotta piss.
Yeah, but let me get back to the GTA 3 shit.
Oh my bad.
We fell so far off that goddamn subject. So look, I beat Vice City. I beat San Andreas. I still ain't beat GTA 3. Now, I need y'all to walk with me. GTA 3, for those of you who remember, it has 3 motherfucking islands. Portland, Staten Island, Shoreside Vale. There's a bridge that takes you to each island. A bridge from Portland to Staten. Then a bridge from Staten to Shoreside. There's also a tunnel that will take you to each of the islands. And there are 2 different entrances or exits rather to the Shoreside Vale Island. The mission that I am currently stuck on, I have to escort a van into Shoreside Vale.
Yeah, we fell all the way off that one.
Gotta escort a van into Shoreside Vale. Where we are starting off at is the southernmost part of Staten Island. The bridge is dead center on the west side of Staten Island to get to Shoreside Vale. The reason why this mission is so difficult is because there is a main road outside the building that we are leaving that takes you straight to the bridge. You go straight across the drawbridge to Shoreside Vale, and it takes you straight to your destination. When you come off the bridge, you're by the airport. This nigga doesn't take that way. He don't want to do that. He don't want to take the shortcut. This nigga wants to drive all the way to the far north side of Shoreside Vale and take the fucking tunnel. And he takes the tunnel to Shoreside Vale. There are 2 exits to Shoreside Vale. One is on the northern side. One is on the southern side by the bridge near the airport. Right there by the airport. Instead of this nigga, for starters, you didn't take the bridge, so you're already stupid. You're taking the tunnel. You're going from south to far north to take the tunnel. Then you pass the northern exit to come to the southernmost exit. The destination is on the north side of the island of Shoreside Vale, by the way. You're taking it to that southern exit by the fucking airport. The motherfucking Colombians are chasing you and shooting at this motherfucking van. And it's that health bar that you gotta watch the whole time you escorting this nigga. This nigga keeps blowing up as soon as he get to the motherfucking airport. Cause I can't take these motherfucking Colombians out quick enough. And they lighting this nigga the fuck up. And all I keep thinking the whole while is, nigga, just take the main road to the goddamn bridge. Why do I have to escort this nigga for starters? Why can't I just drive the goddamn truck? Why is this goddamn mission so fucking difficult? I'm thinking of so many ways to make this mission more easy. No, you motherfuckers have constructed this mission to be difficult for no reason. I don't know if I'm gonna beat Grand Theft Auto 3.
You gonna beat that shit, bro. Damn, nigga. Hey, that was that liquor talking. Nigga, that was all drink.
Nigga.
You gonna beat that shit, though. I'm telling you, nigga, you gonna go in that bitch at...
Let me tell you something.
You gonna go in that bitch with a fresh mind, and you gonna beat that bitch. You gonna be like, nigga, why the fuck was it so easy? What was I doing before?
No. You know how I'm gonna pass that mission? It's gonna be some bullshit that happened in the mission that get me past. And it's gonna be like, alright. Cause if I have to do this again, I'm gonna fail it for sure. Bro, GTA 3, that game, is difficult for no reason. A lot of the missions are easy, but then it's certain missions where it's like, bro, why is this mission so fucking hard? Why is this mission so hard? And then GTA 3 and Vice City, as far as the story goes, they're a fucking joke. San Andreas was the only game that had a real story.
No. I dispute that.
Which one of them 3 had a real story?
The reason I dispute that is because all of them stories are combined.
No. I'm not gonna let you do that. Nope.
It's a run-on story.
Nope. I'm not gonna let you do that. Nope.
Look.
GTA 3 makes absolutely no sense. The only reason why GTA 3 makes any type of sense is because of the fact that they started connecting the other games too.
No, exactly. That's exact. You just snatched the words out of my mouth. So like
that doesn't mean that each of those games individually have real stories.
No, look. Okay, what I'm saying is GTA 1, 2, and London. It wasn't really a story. It was more like pop-up. Yeah, it was more like pop-up bullshit, whatever. GTA 3 was the start of a story. Chinatown really wasn't really following the story. GTA 3 was the start of a story. Then you get to GTA 4.
I'm going to give you that on the aspect that you haven't played it recently.
No, listen. The reason I say that is because after GTA 3, like you said, it started connecting. GTA 4.
No. It didn't start connecting. They just started making connections. The connections meant nothing.
But yeah,
they gave no relevance to anybody's story or anything.
So look, let me go. So look.
I'm gonna let you land.
So you got GTA 3, which, you know, if you revert back to one of our older episodes, that's the smack era.
Okay.
So that was, first off, that was the first third person camera to the ground.
Facts. Yep. Okay.
So then from there, they go GTA 4, which was basically reverting back to Liberty City, right?
Yeah, they revamped Liberty City. They made it more like New York City.
So then from there, you have Ballad of Gay Tony and Sons of...
Those are DLC. They're not necessarily considered separate games.
Yeah, no, it's not considered separate games, but this is where the connection is starting at. All of the simple fact of they're starting these connections. So they took GTA 4 and connected to Ballad of Gay Tony. And I keep wanting to say
Lost in the Dam.
Because I was damn sure about to say Sons of Anarchy. So
no, it wasn't necessarily what they did was.
Well, look, let me go. So you got those, right? They connected that one with those two DLCs. Then you get to, you know what?
5.
You know what? The only connection they made with 5 and those 3 stories was Trevor. Because remember, Trevor stumped out the main character and killed them from Lost of the Damned and was going against that gang.
Yeah.
So we're literally still at the beginning of that story.
Yeah.
GTA 6 have to implement all of that and connect GTA 5 to that to where we can actually really say. So what you're saying is 100% right. Because GTA 6 has to be that point of, no, this is a long story. This is a trilogy. Because
I'm not talking about GTA 4 and 5 though. I'm talking about the first.
Yeah, but you know, so only reason I went that far is because in GTA 5, no, not in GTA 5, but in San Andreas, you race against and you finally get his. That's the first time they actually put a name on the main character from GTA 3.
They put a name to somebody that didn't have a name or a voice.
Yeah, that's why I understand where you coming from with the whole fact of, but that's why I say that was the beginning of the story, because they didn't really plan out the longevity. They just made a game based on the same what would you call it?
Look, this is what you, this is the connect, this is what you're doing with Grand Theft Auto 4, the DLCs and the connection to 5. Grand Theft Auto 4 has a real story as a whole. That's why they were able to do the DLC where they did the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost in the Damned. Because there is a mission that you do in Grand Theft Auto 4 that you do 2 more times on Ballad of Gay Tony and on Lost in the Damned. The way that they connect those, they make a valid connection. So with Grand Theft Auto 4, versus Grand Theft Auto 5 and how they connected Trevor to the Lost and the Damned and the meth trafficking shit. Solid. Mm-hmm. That's a solid story. All three games, DLCs, all of it creates a solid story.
Yeah.
However, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories, they just threw some shit together.
They did.
They're not solid stories.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
They're all jokes. It's a fucking joke. Yeah. This is how much of a fucking joke it is. The main character in Grand Theft Auto 3 literally he just caused havoc. For no reason. There was no... The game starts off with him getting shot by a bitch. He not even trying to find this bitch. He not even trying to find the bitch who shot him. He just run into the Colombians and be like, oh yeah, that's the bitch that shot me. And I want my revenge. The nigga start off working for the Italians. For no reason whatsoever, the Italians decide, we gonna kill that motherfucker. Screw the fact that you done had him kill so many motherfuckers. All these motherfuckers that you done had him kill, beat with bats, shoot, blow up, all that shit. Y'all just like, there was no motive behind it. Y'all just like, yeah, we gonna just kill this motherfucker.
Now look, I want to ask you a question. And this is, hold
on, let me get to...
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
We just gonna kill this motherfucker. The girl, the girl that was with the Italians warn you that they're about to set you up to kill you. The Yakuza save your ass. And they want you to kill the boss of the Italians.
And you want GTA 3.
Yeah.
Now.
And you do that.
Now, okay. Hold your thought, right?
All right.
I just want to ask you, just a small detail on GTA 3.
Okay.
What's your favorite vehicle?
The BF injection.
Straight up, the injection?
Yeah.
So you don't like the Yakuza little whoop whoop?
Nope. The BF injection was the coldest car on that game, and it was the rarest one.
The BF injection was good. But my favorite was the Sentinel.
And it was the most versatile.
Mine was the Sentinel. Because I felt like between the Sentinel and the taxi cab, it had good speed, it had good handling.
Oh, if you just talking about on pure convenience, the Sentinel and the taxi cab off top, that's going to be the most convenient vehicle. The taxi cab is going to be the most convenient vehicle on, I think, any game. Because the taxi cab is on all the GTAs, the taxi cab is always like one of the fastest cars with the best fucking handling.
I wouldn't say fastest, but
I didn't say it's the fastest. It's one of the fastest.
It had a good ass speed and it had a good ass handling. You can whip that bitch.
If a nigga is in an Infernus and you in the taxi cab and you know how to drive, you can outrun that nigga.
Right.
That's how good a taxi is on all the GTAs. You can outrun a nigga if you know how to drive and he's in one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest in the game. You can outrun that nigga. Now if you're going up against a nigga that can drive, then you fucked. But against a average nigga trying to come after you, if you playing GTA Online on GTA 5 right now and you hop in a cab, this is excluding niggas who got oppressors and all the crazy fucking cars, just off the regular cars in the game. if you hop in a taxi and you know how to drive and a nigga got the fastest car on the game, you can still outrun that nigga.
Nigga, look, let me tell you. So I've beaten that GTA 5 story so many times, right? I'm like basically like, I'm not about to do this shit again. If I do it again, like I told you, it's gonna be for future references, is what I'm gonna say. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna have a future reference announced for y'all. Nigga, I've jumped on there, didn't feel like being online or none of that shit. Just felt like, you know what I'm saying, just playing the game, just killing some time. Nigga, I've been just running people around as a taxi driver. And played that shit like it's Crazy Taxi. And if you get out my car, I'm getting out with you and I'm shooting you in the face. Bitch, you owe me some money.
Yep. That's how that go.
And I'm talking shit the whole goddamn time.
But to go on how random this GTA 3 story is.
Mm-hmm.
Italians done set you up. They trying to kill you. The Yakuza save your ass. They want you to kill the boss for the Italians. Then you working for a real estate or some type of suit, some type of politician or some shit. This nigga says to you, hey, look, I want you to start a gang war so that the real estate prices drop in this area and I can buy up a bunch of property. In order for you to start this gang war, I need you to hop in a Colombian cartel vehicle and kill one of the head Yakuza bosses and make it look like a cartel hit. You work for the Yakuza. They just saved your ass from getting murked by the Italians. And now you about to... The bitch that saved you, it's her brother you going to kill.
Nigga.
And to add insult to injury, you start helping her trying to figure out why the Colombians killed her brother.
Nigga.
If that ain't a spit in the face.
Look, I was just about to say, look, let me tell you. Nigga, ever since GTA 1, the only thing that like you can put a clear connection with as far as everything they wrote was betrayal and backstabbing.
Oh, yeah.
That's all they want you to do.
And that's what I was going to get to. Long story short, at the end of this, when you beat this game, you ain't got no friends. You ain't got a single one. Because you done stabbed everybody in the goddamn back.
Nigga.
Because you was working with the Italians. They were fighting the triads and the fucking Cubans. You done pissed both of them off. Then,
you don't have to ask.
Then you go over and you working for the Yakuza. You pissing the Colombians and the Yardies off. But you done fucked over the Yakuza too. And they are going to find out. So now they ain't your friends.
Look.
Then it's whatever them gangs is in Shoreside Vale. They don't fuck with you either.
And keep going. Keep going. No, because you know all the other stories too. Keep going. Because
then to connect that to Vice City, the connection of GTA 3 to Vice City is Sonny Forelli.
Not only that, keep going with the backstabbing. Because that is the only thing that goes from GTA 1 all the way to the end of GTA 5 is where, you know, our story has to end right now. But you've beaten GTA 5 too.
It depends on how you beat GTA 5 on whether or not it's some backstabbing.
They finally gave you a choice.
Yeah, they gave you a choice.
But at the end of the day, you still backstabbed. Because...
No, wow.
Because... what you didn't do was you didn't backstab the two main characters, but you backstabbed the motherfucker that was also putting money in your pocket, which was supposed to be the DEA, but I forgot what they call them.
It's supposed to be the FBI, but they call them the FIB.
Right. Which...
that ain't backstabbing.
He was putting money in your pocket. You was doing work for him. He trusted you.
That ain't backstabbing.
You still backstab, but
that nigga was fucking you over from the jump.
He was fucking you over, but at the same,
it's two dudes for the FIB that Michael was under. When you technically fuck over the FIB and you kill one of them, it helps the other.
See,
so you technically didn't do backstabbing. This nigga was already on your head trying to fuck you over, and he was just waiting for a minute to do some snake.
See, that's where you got me at, because you went off Michael's aspect while I was going off Franklin's.
Franklin ain't got nothing to do with the FIB. This is all Michael.
No, you. But as Franklin, you did work for the FIB as well
through Michael.
Yeah, but that phone call that came in, they called Franklin. You who you want to kill?
No, that was Merriweather.
Got me. You got me on that one.
Yeah, that's Merriweather.
Because first off, let me tell you my outlook on the story every single time I played it. My outlook on the story every single time I played it and beat it, which was, dozens of times. I love that fucking story.
Right.
Every single time was going off Franklin. Nigga, I never gave a fuck about Michael or goddamn Trevor.
Yeah.
Nigga, every single time I made that decision was through Franklin.
Yeah.
And was like, nah. The only reason how, I'm gonna say, I'd seen the other endings was on YouTube.
I played them all.
I did, every single time I played them, I'm like, nigga, nah, them my niggas. We didn't put in all this work together. Nigga, fuck
I'm
y'all.
glad you said that, because now it brings into how I played all of them. How I played each and every decision.
See, I didn't play each and every. I always played the fuck that nigga, we on y'all heads. I watched them.
It's 3 decisions that you make.
Yep.
Mind you, I've only beat this game twice.
See?
I've made the same decision every time I beat it.
What was that?
Fuck them niggas.
Nigga, hey, my nigga, fuck them niggas. Fuck them other niggas, because I'm down for my...
What? Fuck them niggas.
Man.
We all go eat. I got all 3 of my characters, both times that I did the shit. However, what you didn't probably peep was after you beat the game, you can replay all of the missions. After you beat the game and you can replay all the missions, you can they automatically put the decision to kill Michael or kill Trevor in the list of missions to repeat. And that's how I end up beating them and playing them. And I realized after playing each one, nigga, to kill everybody was the better mission anyway. Killing Trevor was not all. It was dull. It wasn't really all that great. You burnt the nigga alive.
Yeah, I watched it.
Like, the mission itself wasn't really all that. Killing Michael, that mission wasn't really all that.
I liked it
Killing
going.
the FIB niggas and everybody, that mission is fucking fun.
That shit lit, because you got to go all over everywhere. Then you got my mans in the trunk. Okay, go ahead.
Bro, even if you wanted to kill Trevor or you wanted to kill Michael, but you already you've already played this game and beat it and made the decision to lead them to alone, you would still pick that mission because it's way more fun.
Now look, now that is not why I picked the mission. Even after the first time I picked it.
Of course not.
Now, the reason I always went with the whole go, save both of them was off the simple fact of Trevor always seemed he had that light undertone of racism to him, right? But he was also crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
And it was just like, nigga, I fuck with that nigga. Like, nigga, like you gonna say that underlying bullshit, but at the end of the day, nigga,
He has the rampage ability.
If I call you, nigga, you... Dog, first off, when me, Lamar, and goddamn Trevor went to go get them bricks, that's the part that really won me over with Trevor. Because he's like, no, flip that bitch over. Because he's like, nigga, I'm from the trailer parks, nigga. I know how I go. Flip that bitch over. That nigga flipped that brick. He's like, nigga, this is drywall. Nigga, what the fuck? I said, dog, this nigga Trevor on tip. And we done got the banging that bitch out on the block.
Hey, that was some real nigga shit from Trevor.
Dog, that nigga Trevor wasn't bullshitting with him. I said, nigga, hell yeah. Then, like Michael, it was just like, nigga, you told me at the beginning, like, nigga, you can't trust everything you see. I'm going to show you how to get money.
No. Wait. San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
All-star fucking cast on San Andreas. These niggas had DJ Pooh, The Game, Faison Love. What's my man's that played Pinky?
First off, the nigga's a legend. He played Pinky. He played the daddy in Who Made the Potato Salad.
He was in Dead Presidents and put the gun in that nigga face and told him, suck it, nigga!
And I said that to try to redirect so I can remember his name, and I can't remember it.
It's Clifton. That's all I know.
It's not Clifton Powell.
I almost said that shit.
But it's close to it. Anyway, it's Big Cliff. Big Cliff out here working.
Man.
You know what? Okay. We're going to redirect a little bit.
Yeah, MC8 in that bitch.
Look, I'm going to redirect.
Ice-T was in there.
I'm going to redirect a little bit, but this is all just so you can...
Samuel Jackson!
Just so you can understand Clifton's, why he was put in that box. It's no different than what they said, what Clayton English was saying about Martin Lawrence. He said, no, not Clayton English. My man's from Jamie Foxx show.
It is Clifton Powell.
Yeah, it's Clifton Powell. Wait a minute.
That's his name.
So what's the politician name?
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell. That's
so it is Clifton Powell.
So I got the first names mixed up, not the last names.
You had the name right.
No,
you said Clifton Powell.
But normally when I say it, sometimes I be talking about Colin Powell and really be saying Clifton Powell type shit.
I got you.
Go ahead with that. I need to mess on hour 1. I have to clean it up. He's gonna go ahead and get ready to end this boy off. We done went over an hour.
Damn, we did?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh.
Most definitely.
I ain't in this shit. Look, San Andreas had an all-star motherfucking cast in that bitch.
They did, man.
Like, cause when I'm sitting here talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm like, it really wasn't nobody in Grand Theft Auto 5 worth mentioning in that motherfucker, except for dog that played Sling Johnson, that played Black Jesus.
Yeah. His name is Sling Johnson. Yeah, Sling.
Yeah, I happen to think of his name.
Yeah.
But
Sling.
He the only one in there that was worth mentioning.
Well, listen. So, on top of that, the nigga that played CJ's voice is first cousins to the same nigga that played Franklin.
Yeah, they related.
And they both was, big time Cali niggas.
Yeah, and the nigga that played CJ was in the motherfucking Wash.
Yes. I turned it back off because we was hot out here. Now, check this out. First off, San Andreas had a fucking all-star movie cast. Yeah. All-star fucking movie cast.
These, bro.
But only reason GTA 5 didn't... Matter of fact, no, they still had an all-star movie cast, But you know,
yeah, because they had the first Aunt Viv in there.
The dude who played Michael, he got hit with COVID. Was all in the hospital. You know what I mean? The nigga that played CJ voice, he fell out with Rockstar. And when they after they did the definitive version, he told them, it was released that, you know, some of their beefs, and he was like, I would never fuck with them again because he was underpaid. And there was a whole lot of underlying bullshit with it. But nigga,
man,
they can make a movie out of any of the motherfuckers. And that's the whole reason why I told you, what's that fucking my man who played Deadpool, what's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. And him and Lil Rel, they did that last movie. What was the name of it?
I don't even know.
I can't remember the name of it either. But it was a good ass movie, and it was literally a like GTA, but you're one of the just randoms running around. That movie was good as hell.
And shout out to Ray Liotta, because he was the voice of Tommy Vercetti, and I just found that out. I did not know that. It took for me to play the definitive edition and listen to this nigga talk, and I'm like, nigga, is that Ray Liotta? I started thinking about Goodfellas, and I'm like, nigga, that's Ray Liotta. I think that's Ray Liotta.
I think that if they try to turn around and make a movie of GTA, that's when everything's gonna crumble.
They better not do that.
No, I think that's when everything's gonna crumble.
GTA is already a movie. Why would you make a movie out of a movie?
Exactly. Fucking exactly. So, I'm
hoping GTA 6 is in Vice City. Revamp Vice City and make it bigger. Make it off of like real Miami and fucking Cuba and shit.
And
do some real shit with that.
But okay, me and you, we had this conversation before. I think that that's where they're going. Like, I hate the fact that they're only boxing in 3 major cities, which is LA, New York, and Miami. But
they were the cities that they already did.
And I feel like they should do GTA 6 in Miami. Yes, 100%. And give us that, that bitch is going to run about 10 to 15 years. If they do it right. Mm-hmm. It's going to run about 10 to 15 years.
Hell, if they do it wrong, it's going to run 10 or 15 years.
And I feel like after that, hit Georgia.
Do Atlanta?
Yes. But not just Atlanta. That's why I didn't say Atlanta. I said hit Georgia. Because I want them to do it, but I want them to go blast in the past before they go recent. Just off the simple fact of that's how they did.
I think if they're going to redo Vice City, they're going to do the 80s again. Like, if they do GTA 6, they're going to do the 80s.
If they do Vice City and they do back to the 80s, that shit is a bullshit. Because we have GTA 3, back in the day, New York. Then we have GTA 4 when it came out, more recent New York. We have San Andreas back in the day, LA. We have
hold on, wait a minute, hold up. We gotta really address how they did these though. Cause I already know what you're getting at. In fact, never mind. Keep going.
Okay, so like I said, GTA 3. When I say back in the day, New York, that was 20-something years ago, right?
Yeah.
Then we go San Andreas. That was like the 90s LA, right? But San Andreas came after GTA 3.
Before. Wait, you talking about the making of the game itself?
No.
Or the timeline?
The timeline.
It's before GTA 3.
Got you. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it is. So
Vice City is in 84. San Andreas, I believe.
No, not Vice City. I'm talking about Liberty City.
I'm talking about each city.
I'm
talking about each game.
I'm talking about Liberty City.
I'm talking about each game.
Yeah.
Vice City is 84.
Yep.
San Andreas is 92.
92, 93.
And
Liberty
City, Grand Theft Auto 3 is 2003. Now,
GTA 4 is
whatever year that came out, that's the year that they were.
That's more of 2005, 2006.
Right.
So they did an older version of Liberty City and they did a newer version of Liberty City. They did an older version of Los Santos. They did a newer version of Los Santos. Only link missing is a newer version of Vice City. Give us that for GTA 6. So that can go ahead, get that pass, and get that updated version and all that, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. Then GTA 7. Give us an old version of Georgia. And then GTA 9. Give us a new. I'm going to get to 8. GTA 9. Give us a new version of Georgia. Just off the simple fact of I don't want it back to back. This is just me.
I don't want it again at all.
Well, you know it's going to go, but it's going to be like a 30-year span. And the reason I say that is because I want to leave room for GTA 8 to be whatever city have some kind of strong impact and build up. Or if you want to revert back to New York.
I wouldn't want to do that. There's no need to get back to Liberty City.
No, it really is. It's really not. But by the time GTA 8, we should have, because right now these systems are, they have a whole big ass type of, memory system and RAM and all of that. So by the time GTA 8, it may be hell. We not going to give you, a whole new city. What we're going to give you is all 3 of the updated cities, because now we have enough space to do this to where you can go, where you will get updated Liberty City. You're going to get updated Los Santos. You're going to get updated Vice City, all because we've already made all 3 of these games. So then the only missing link will end up being an updated Georgia one. So now we're going to go ahead on Liberty City, on GTA 9, give you this expanded ass Georgia one, where we're not just in Atlanta and the surrounding cities. We could be in basically like damn near the whole state. Then GTA 10, nigga, you about to get where you can travel from Liberty City to Los Santos to Vice City to fucking Georgia. Whatever the fuck they gonna rename that shit. So now we got 4 different states that we're gonna be able to travel in, where it's huge. And then by the time they hit 10, oh, that shit might be fucking VR.
That's looking kind of far.
It's looking kind of far, but like I said, nigga, I'm giving them like a 30-year timeline. Technology is growing fast.
That's very generous for Rockstar.
No,
that's very generous.
But, in that span, I'm not giving Rockstar the first to do it type shit. We're going to see a whole lot of trash in between there. Basically, the driver to Rockstar type of shit. Because without Driver 2, it wouldn't be no GTA 3.
Yeah.
That's just, because hell, no, that's an awful example, which would be without Titanfall, it was no fucking Call of Duty goddamn Infinity. Cause we could have did without that wall running bullshit.
Oh, that Modern Warfare.
Yes.
Or not Modern Warfare.
No, it was
Infinite Warfare or some shit like that.
Yeah, we could have did without that. Nigga, y'all should have left Titanfall alone. Let them be their own people.
I liked Infinite Warfare.
I didn't. I liked the Titanfall.
I didn't like Black Ops 3.
I loved Black Ops 3. But
that's where I felt like they went crazy and went too far.
At the same time, I was still just story mode. I
paid a nigga to take that shit out my house.
Shit, nigga. What was that, nigga? What was it on Xbox, nigga? You said you ain't never beat Watch Dogs 2.
I ain't never beat Watch Dogs, period.
Nigga, wasn't that Watch Dogs 2? I was like, oh shit, nigga, I ain't got the Xbox no more, huh? Take this.
Yeah. I still ain't beat that shit. I never had even played it after you gave it to me.
Nigga, right now, I've beaten every Watch Dogs but Legion, but I
didn't even know it was a third one.
I'm far in Legion where like I'm close to beating it, but I keep getting off of it because I'm just like tired of it. But shit, nigga, we gonna go ahead and wrap this up, nigga. We done did a whole another hour and a half. So we about to take another break. Nigga, I'm sure. Oh, this whole episode, we was shit-faced. So I guess we'll see y'all in the up and coming. And we got us another fucking gaming episode. And I hope I didn't do way too much talking. I hope that nigga Jones was on the mic. But I tell you right now, how we feeling, nigga, I don't know if he was. This nigga was talking. He had to be talking, because I know I ain't talked to y'all niggas for no hour and a half.
Nigga, you been here majority of the time.
Nigga, I'm drunk.
This nigga here.
Season motherfucking 3. Nigga, that's how we doing this bitch. And we out this motherfucker. Jones, what you got to say to him?
Fuck Grand Theft Auto 3.
And all I got to say is this nigga's freaky.